Lagos, good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to the Thursday edition of The Conversation here on Lagos Television. I am Abimbola Bello.
Good morning. I am Adebimpe Omotayo.
What's your voice so low?
It doesn't look like it's a good morning. She's still coming to rant.
Please just leave this voice for now.
Good morning. I am Joy Olu. Welcome to The Conversation.
Right, at least we still got here in one piece. So we don't know how we will get here tomorrow. But I'm sure we'll find a way somehow. The fuel situation is biting really harder on a whole lot of Nigerians. Adebimpe had to read some piece of Kurisiu before she got to work this morning. Or else she would have done Oshuka and carried her car
On her head.
to get to the office this
The
morning.
light is
But
flashing.
the red light was
Red
just
light is
warning,
flashing.
was warning and all of that. But I mean, the situation is really, it's getting a little bit intense. We do not know what exactly is going on. Amid all of the situation, the NNPC is also giving information in piecemeal, or not even giving information at all.
We don't
Because even the marketers are complaining that they are not hearing from
Anything.
NNPC. There is no proper communication as to what exactly is going on. I know that in one of our news points this morning, the issue of NNPC will come up. But this is the time that Nigerians really need to know what exactly is happening.
is happening?
What is the situation on ground? What is going on? We only hear things when it is very late or when NNPC wants to debunk something. But
yeah.
before then, can you also tell Nigerians the true situation of issues? It took months before they finally agreed they were owing. So right now, what is the situation on ground? We didn't authorize sale of petrol to 855 naira, but the few LNPC stations that are selling at that price. So what's going on?
Exactly. Like you said, it's getting really intense, and the NNPCL marketers are complaining that, look, some of them have paid as far back as 2-3 months ago,
And they can't get the commodity.
cannot get the commodity. Just as you said it earlier before we started the show, there are 3 vessels berthed on, was it Tuesday or yesterday? And, they have agreed not to sell
To the independent
marketers because they are inflating prices. Is that why?
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
they
that's
are
what they
inflating
said.
prices. So where does that leave us, consumers? Where does
the
that
ones
leave us?
feeling
Are we going to continue this way?
Joy, you came by public transport this morning.
My husband even dropped
Oh,
me,
I was
but
magnanimous enough
Where are you
to
getting
drop
fuel
you.
from?
that's the thing. I'm even thinking for him right now, and we had to pick some people on the way because a lot of people were at the bus stop.
Stranded.
And they could not. Sometimes they can't even afford the fare that the bus conductors are calling at the moment.
How many, because again, you hear, so you need to walk from one bus stop to the other. How many kilometers do you actually want to walk?
Because sometimes I don't even blame the bus drivers because they don't. It's not easy for them to also get the fuel.
They are
So when they get it,
sleeping
it koralobade.
Yeah, they're sleeping in those filling stations that are selling at night.
Manpower
so also buy.
wasted, queuing for over 5 hours. Some will have to go to the fuel stations as early as
Not
4
a pleasant
a.m.
situation
Some
at all.
sleep there.
8 a.m., they're still on the queue.
I'm not sure I even want to get on any queue.
I know.
Because
No, these queues are beyond
the longevity
us.
of the queues, you just wonder, are you sure we're going to get this commodity
Yes,
to
yes.
buy? All right, sometimes we just also need to let you know that we're all rocking the same boats and we're all also feeling the same thing, just like every other Nigerian is. Let's take a news point for today. Where do we begin from?
Let's continue.
Okay,
with our
since we
fuel.
started with
Yes,
the fuel
let's continue with the
situation, let's
fuel
just go ahead
situation.
with the fuel situation. Petrol scarcity, NNPCL bars independent marketers amid surging prices. Now, the report says the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPCL, has reportedly suspended the sale of premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, to independent marketers after it hiked the product price on Tuesday. This is even as 3 vessels berthed at the Apapa Lagos Jetty on Wednesday to discharge imported petrol. The price hike sparked a protest in Delta State as commercial tricycle operators, also known as keke riders, took to the streets of Warri and Eforum metropolis to resist the price hike. The National Vice President of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Hamed Fashola, said that the NNPCL stopped selling fuel to independent marketers on Tuesday when it raised the price of a litre of PMS to 855 and above across its retail outlets nationwide. I will stop there. So, I mean, is this to say that, of course, NNPCL filling stations, you know, started selling at 855. So halting the sale to independent marketers, is it because they now want to increase the price that they sell to the independent marketers, or what? Because now there's no proper communication, like we said.
But these people have even paid ahead.
Let's even assume that they haven't even paid ahead.
They haven't paid ahead, you know.
Let's just assume. I mean, just give them they haven't paid. So why have you stopped? At least if you want to stop something, there has to be a communication. You have to tell them why. So you stopped because you hiked your own price. So, and that's why they're independent marketers, for crying out loud. They are allowed to sell as what is convenient for them because of their own profit. So now a lot of Nigerians are queuing up and the commodity is not even available.
Abimbola, my own opinion, this is mine, okay? I think all this confusion is on because, you know, they're trying to find a way to store until this Dangote petrol, you know, is available. And since those ones, they don't have the price yet, they're waiting for FEC. So
and we don't even know where FEC
I think that's why we're having all this drama. They're trying to, you know,
President Tinubu should come back home from China.
Exactly. He's still
I guess
signing.
when the MOU was signed yesterday. Can he come
at
back
least
home?
They should come back
Maybe
home.
when he comes back into the country, he can convene the FEC.
Exactly.
And this can be a matter of priority.
Yeah.
For FEC to, again, fix the prices which Dangote is waiting for.
And he's going to
because
determine
until
the
that
prices,
is done,
we'll continue to just go round and round and continue to say that, oh, the prices have increased. Oh, no, we didn't say that. So,
and the situation is going to get a little bit worse
if we get to next week,
because
yes.
schools are resuming.
Schools are resuming.
Let's take the second story.
Where am I?
Find yourself.
Okay. Minimum wage. This is another story that concerns me as a Nigerian worker. Okay. Minimum wage. Betray workers face consequences. NLC warns state councils. Last month, President Bola Tinubu signed into law the 70,000 naira new National Minimum Wage Act, though some states have begun discussion on the consequential adjustment arising from the new wage ahead of its implementation. Most states, even the federal government, are yet to begin implementation as the consequential adjustment has to be agreed on. And to agree on the consequential adjustment and implementation of a new minimum wage is another phase of the long and even protracted battle for workers, especially at the state and local government levels. To prepare its state councils for the task ahead, the leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress has begun the training of its state council leaders to prepare them for effective strategies for a successful process and help them to learn from past mistakes and map strategies to effectively deliver the benefits of a new wage to workers. Let me stop here. The minimum wage, let me say, what's it all far. We're not expecting it anytime soon from all this. And I think the president, what's his name? I believe Joe Ajero is referring to the Labour state councils.
Right.
You know, the leaders that, look, we are asking you to ensure that the 17,000 naira minimum wage
by your states.
is paid by your state. Do not betray your workers.
Is it labor that will pay the money?
No, they are the ones that, this council representatives that he has appointed, they are the ones that
They
will
will
work.
be the foot soldiers.
Yes, they'll be the foot soldiers that will work with the state governors.
It's a long road from reality. Some states are still not paying 30,000 as we speak. And so, where the state councils sleeping, you can only do the much that you can do. The highest is that you'll ask workers not to go to work. So, and then right now, because people are hungry, people will probably just tell you, you know what, a bed at hand is better than nothing. Because if you now go on strike and government says you can't, then the work, no pay issue comes to play again. What would you do?
Exactly.
So this situation is tiring. I know Joe Ajaero, and what he's also silently saying is that at the federal level, we have done our bits.
Exactly. So you stay.
So it is not left for you to fight your battle.
Yes.
However you want to reach a compromise with your state governors, it is left to you. If you want to collect paper agreement, however you want to structure it, do it, but ensure that you represent the workers in all fairness. But again, it is a tall order.
Abimbola, when Labour agreed to the 70,000 naira then?
Yeah, I said they were hand-winked or wood-winked. I really don't.
They said they agreed because
government promised.
Government promised that there won't be any increase in fuel price.
The government has come out to say that they did not agree to.
And I'm sure that was why government quickly came out to say, no, we did not.
It wasn't our doing.
We did not.
Right.
So, has there been any reversal? I'm going back to the issue of fuel.
Reversal from?
From the announcement.
Who made the announcement?
2 days ago.
I didn't even wait. Go to any NNPC that is selling during the day and go and check the price. Because I don't think so. I really don't think so. The funny thing is that you probably will see only independent marketers selling. I'm not sure there's any NNPC that is even selling as we speak.
Even the fuel station very close to us here,
the
on the Agidingbe access, they're not selling. And that place just used to give me hope. When I see cars queuing and, driving in one by one, at least since yesterday, I've not seen.
They don't have the products now. So, and I'm sure that the little that they have, they will save. Joy, let's take Lagos story.
Okay. Lagos extends work from home policy.
Lagos will always give us hope.
The Lagos State government has extended its work from home policy for its workers for the next 3 months. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu approved the extension in a circular signed by the State Head of Service, Bode Aguru, on Wednesday. February 28th, the governor directed that the workers will work remotely on some days. He directed that workers on grade level 1 to 14 were allowed to work from home for 2 days a week, while those on grade level 15 to 17 were allowed to work from home for 1 day a week. And this decision was aimed at reducing the effect of the removal of fuel subsidy on workers. Let me just stop it here. So,
like you said, Lagos will always give
essential workers.
Yeah. Exactly. I was hoping to hear. Maybe we'll probably also get you guys some stream boxes to transmit from home.
Okay. And you know me, it's interstate.
Joy, it is not that you are
interstate. I wish Ajibola was here. Don't give it to you, Basbos.
Before now, you will fight back and say that you live close. Now you are saying interstate. Can you imagine?
But really, we'll always take kudos to Lagos State government for always being considerate, putting the issues of the country and, Nigerian residents into consideration. I just want to say a big thank you to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, but how does that affect me now?
Well, we'll probably also find a way to provide you with some very big data, and you can sit in the comfort of your home and connect to the studio.
But that would be very nice.
Via the TVU.
But
We can actually give it a try.
We can try.
We can give it
yes.
a trial.
We
And
can,
let's see how this can work. Technology, no boundaries.
I like how it's going.
You like? Joy says she likes how it's going.
Okay. No, honestly, we can actually put that to work.
We can.
And let's see how that will work. Okay. Don't mind them. All right, those are news points for today. Let's quickly head to X and find out what's trending on that platform today. We do know that almost all the political parties in Nigeria have their issues. And of course, yesterday, the Labour Party at a stakeholders meeting in Abia sacked or sent parking Julius Abure, the national caretaker, the national chairman of the party, and adopted a former senator and a former, she was a
Minister.
former minister, Nenadi
Finance.
Usman, as the caretaker chair of the LP. You'll remember that Nenadi decamped to the LP in 2023.
2023.
After the election or before the election, she had issues with the PDP and she left for the LP. What says thou? It's actually trending.
Look,
on
is
X.
it okay? Okay, this is not an issue between Abure and what's that man's name again? Apapa.
Apampa.
Apampa.
Yes.
Okay, Abure's tenure
Ended.
ended
Ended.
in June.
He was
And
not even there.
He wasn't there.
Okay.
But he said something. He said, Governor Oti, that's
Abia State
Abia
government.
State.
that's Joy's governor, that he didn't have the right to convene that meeting.
But their presidential candidate was there.
Was there.
And other
And
stakeholders.
Other stakeholders were there. Yeah. So some are saying he's going to head for court. Your tenure has ended.
Has expired.
Has expired since June. And
we just like illegality in this country. We just enjoy thriving in illegality. I mean, your tenure ended.
In chaos.
So which
like
court?
drama.
You just
Go
want to thrive.
court for what?
We like drama.
We don't know. We are drama kings and queens, honestly. Your tenure ended. You want a tenure elongation, or they should have asked you to stay there, or maybe.
No. I can understand if he wanted a tenure elongation and if he had asked for it, and if their constitution, could have backed it. Actually, IGP or Egbetoku got a tenure elongation.
Now it was speedily passed after many readings.
Exactly. So, there's nothing wrong if he wanted or if he wants a tenure elongation.
They'll be fine.
All right. Let's wait to see the outcome of whether or not he still insists on going to court. But I dare say that the Labour Party has just been one party, crisis here and there. But of course, it is not just only the Labour Party. The greatest opposition, the PDP, is also dealing with its own share of crisis. And that's what we intend to look at on the conversation this morning on ending political crisis in the PDP. What exactly is going on? How can, they mend fences and be a strong opposition like they should be? I'm sure that Nyesom Wike is one of the biggest headaches.
Sometimes, I'm not saying Wike does not have his excesses, but there was a time that it was just Wike that was, holding that part.
Spoke out, and then he fought.
Yeah, and he fought, and he kept that.
And he has vowed that, I'm going to keep doing it.
He's going to keep doing it. Where were they when Wike single-handedly was in Koto?
The lone voice in the wilderness.
Yes.
Well, I guess they'll probably also be cooking or ways of how to expel Nyesom Wike from the PDP because he has one leg here.
He's only jogbo.
Oh, no, right. All right. Those are our news points as well as our hashtag for today. We'll take a quick break. When the conversation returns, it will be about the political crisis in the People's Democratic Party, the PDP.